No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Duke Blue Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia Tech's offense will go to work first. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test.
There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Yellow Jackets, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Fights off a defender. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to pass, it's Kane. Dances away. He'll pull it down. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. It'll be a draw. Finding an escape route. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He caught it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. A design run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Duke's offense will go to work for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Let's talk for just a minute about Duke. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got him. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Hooks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Makes a move. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. With the catch, it's Rivers. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So the quarterback just needs...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Pocket breaking down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down. To the air, it's Kane. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. They're going to ride this running back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Here comes the heat. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Quarterback on the keeper. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Looking to fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Lofts one high and deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. No, he got loose. He'll try to take it back. At the 30.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And the Blue Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Works the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Duke.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off-play action on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Fires on the move. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's King. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a little off. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. When he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of line. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the D deny them on second and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Ready to try the point after. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
That makes the score Georgia Tech 28-7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. Complete to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going on, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Dropping back, it's King. Oh, he wants it all. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. On first down from the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now they're offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He fires to the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. It's King. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Here's the pressure.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put roll.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to scramble. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the third and goal.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Fires one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback staying in the moment.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Duke. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This drive will start from the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Haynes. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's King. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Rutherford.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The play action fake. Makes the catch. It's Rivers. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
at the 36.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab down the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Looking to throw again. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter,
there he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and the defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
From the gun, running back gets to give. On his feet at the 40. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it! Touchdown, Duke! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
For the offense,
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Grab near the sticks. It's Rivers. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach. You know.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try.
Georgia Tech, 48-39.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance?
He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And the comeback is on.
Yeah, it's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen, some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Only 14 seconds to play, the hands team on the field, and it'll come down to this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was...
A shot toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs.